You ever seen that meme or that picture where it's like that dude, he's in a diamond mine and he's crashing through the diamond mine with a pick, and then he turns around and give up. But when you look at the picture, he had this much to break before he got to the diamond.
I seen that.
Yeah, that's why I tell a lot of people. I just say, man, just keep going, keep going, because you never know when that break is going to happen, bro.
Exactly.
Did you turn down a deal from Drake or OVO?
Yeah.
How does that happen? Was Drake?
Huh?
Was he Drake? Was he Drake then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so there's got to be a reason.
If you're reading this, is too late, Drake.
Yeah. Okay, so what? Damn. So what? Why so?
It just didn't make sense for me, to be honest. At that time, I was in a lot of different situations prior to my success, and I just wanted what was the best for me. Yeah.
So this isn't you needing $20.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
I got kids to feed.
At that time, you would have went with fake Drake at that time too. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, just bring me in. So what happens now, music wise? Is there an album coming?
Yeah, absolutely. Album's coming. I've been working on it day in, day out. Super excited about it, man. It's definitely my favorite so far.
Why would you say that?
Everybody says it, but I say that because when I came into the industry, I didn't really. How do I say it? I don't want to say I didn't know what I was doing, because I did have a little bit of confidence. I was like, okay, I'm about to do this, boom, boom, boom. And then the day it came out, like, I feel like all my confidence was stripped away, and it stayed that way for about 4 or 5 years.
Why?
Just
like when
because
you say
I cared.
Away?
I just would see stuff online. This is in a time where I just cared about what everybody thought about me. Now I don't care at all. You know what I'm saying? And the confidence is just like bulletproof, and I'm just so amped about music
that's
and what
crazy.
I can do and all the possibilities.
It's crazy, B, how you can see like hundreds of like great comments, and it'd be that one. And sometimes that's the one that we look at.
Yeah.
I haven't been on social media since July 7th. Man, I've never been on Facebook in my life. And then I just got to a point, man, where July 7th, I went to go do just some work. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I haven't came back.
Or constructive criticism. And then there's people that just be hating. Those people that just be hating, I don't pay them.
Yeah, they be like, man, I don't like your new album. You're like, it's not even out.
I just want to bring you down to wherever they at in life. I just had to realize that, before a long time, I did actually care what people.
Yeah, man. It's hard not to.
Yeah.
How did you get into music? Was the music in your household?
Actually, no. I mean, people, everybody plays music.
Right.
But, I was actually just singing. I was singing a lot, and then I was in school singing, and I used to sing to girls in the hallway and whatnot, and then sing on girls' voicemails.
How old were you at that time?
Yeah, I was in ninth grade. I forget what age I was, but I was in ninth grade, and some guys, who was in the studio heavy, they heard about me and was like, "Oh, yo, we want you to sing on the hook for us." So I went to their studio, jumped on the hook. That was my first time having just like a little bit of popularity.
And this is back at home?
Yeah.
Is this in Kentucky,
Yeah,
Louisville?
it's in Kentucky.
Really though?
So I had a little bit of popularity, and I was just like, man, I'm about to start recording. So I stopped gaming as much as I was, and then that became my new hobby.
Hey man, so were you kind of, and I don't know if it's shy, you know what I'm saying? But is that more like, I couldn't, but I guess you would sing on the girls' machine. But it seems like that would be the only part of you where we see the most of you shine. You know what I'm saying? Were you a quiet guy growing up? Like kind of reserved?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just always headphones in, walking through the hall, hands in my pockets, just vibing, I didn't really bother anybody.
What do people say now? Like the ones that would be like, man, I knew it was going to happen. Or did they, when you start to get on, did they say like, man, I didn't see that coming? I'm
sure it's a lot of those, and then it's probably the other ones that's just like, man, he changed or whatever, just it's so many different things that people say. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm out here, man. You know what I mean? They back,
Hey man, right now when you go in to do any kind of recording with the success you have, is it also now where are you kind of trigger shy, gun shy now? Are you overthinking the process now, or you have okay?
Not at all. Not at all. I used to a lot. Like I said, probably 5 years straight, I was always just overthinking. Anytime I went to the studio, said something, I was just like, man, why did I say that? Man, I don't want to say that. I can't say that. Or I was saying something, I'm like, man, should I say it that way or should I say it a different way? And just be all these different thoughts. And then, thinking about, pleasing everybody and what they want to hear from me, because I'm just so I just so many different things that I do in the studio that I can do in the studio. And, you know, I feel like a lot of people try to box me in. So at that time, I was really like distraught about like, dang, like how do I please all these people? You know what I mean? But now I just don't care. I just go in there. I just please myself.
And it's genuine and authentic. And I mean, if we rock with it, we come to the party anyway.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Do you enjoy being in the business? You enjoy music.
I enjoy music. This industry, however, is like not my favorite now.
Yeah.
It's just like the friendships and then the you know, people rocking with you on, you know, when it's conditional. It's like conditional, you know what I mean? It's just like not even, I don't know, it's not real.
But you seem like you got a good escape too, though. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm very picky on where I go. Yeah. And then I never see anything where it's like, oh, a lot of Bryson was there. Do you choose to not be out as much?
Yeah. I just don't like going out as much. As of recently, I've been trying to, you know, be outside as much as I possibly can.
And plus that come with the gig too, though.
Exactly.
Like, damn.
Yeah, exactly. I used to be in the club, stale face, man, just because I didn't even drink back then. Stale face in the club, just like not understanding really what's going on. Getting that it's a party going on, but I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Just one of those you got to be there, like, I guess. So you said that was before you were drinking?
Yeah, and then I started drinking, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Put my shit on.
Yeah.
Hey, man, how old were you when you started drinking? When you like, okay, I get it.
I was going through a breakup, like 24.
20,
23 or 24 is when I started. Yeah.
Do you smoke?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't drink. I don't smoke. Right. So I'm still in the club like this. No, but I know how to enjoy myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I know how to enjoy it. But yeah, I don't drink. I don't smoke. Do you still drink now?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, often.
Man, he like big. It just come with this, man. It just come with this, man. How was it like growing up for you? We were talking about when you get into music, man, and music wasn't in the household, but you kind of gravitate towards. Do you write first?
It just depends. You know, sometimes I'll write. Like this morning, I woke up about 5 a.m. just because I couldn't sleep because I felt like these lyrics were like haunting me in my sleep. So I was just like, I woke up and just started writing immediately, and then I just drove to the studio, started recording.
Already?
Yeah, and then I came here.
Hey, man, do you physically write or do you type into a device? Like, how do you create?
I haven't physically written a song in I don't know how long, probably since when I was singing to them girls in the hallway.
So what do you do?
On the phone.
Okay, so you just type it up.
And sometimes I don't write at all. I just go in there and it all just comes out easily. Like I just line for line, kind of like how Wayne and Jay-Z do it. I just don't write. I just go in there and just. Sometimes it's that easy when the song is just comes to me. You know
what have you done that we know that was done that way? You like all of them?
Nothing.
Right, really?
I don't know. I can't remember. It's been a minute.
Hey, man, growing up, I know that they say that there were times when you, between, you know, of course, before we know Bryson Tiller and before the accolades and the music and the money comes, that, you know, people think like it's easy, but it's hard times. And it's a hell of a grind for you, man. And at one time, were you sleeping in your car? Were you considered homeless, or you just kind of bouncing around?
I was sleeping in my car. I could never really consider myself homeless just because I always had a place to go.
Right.
I just had too much pride to go. You know what I mean? Like I ran away from home at 17, and I told myself I was never going back. And then whenever I was like in a position to where I was like, all right, I gotta hit my granny up. I was like, Mama, you know, I was like 22, I think. I was like, Mama, I gotta. You know, can I come back, you know, to the house? I just need to stack my bread up a little bit. And she was like, oh, okay, but you're going to have to pay some rent, baby, for about, you know, $500. And I don't know, for some reason I wasn't hearing that. I was just like, Mama, I'm trying to get up in life. And she was like, I'm sorry, you won't be on my roof, you got to pay rent. So it made sense, but I was just like, nah, I'm going to just go sleep in the car then.
Damn. And did you know at that time, like, there was the bigger picture?
No.
Right.
No, I did not at that moment, no.
What about gigs before the music business starts taking care of you? Where'd you work?
I was working at Papa John's.
Damn.
Full time. Before that, I was working at.
Do you eat
UPS.
Papa John's now, or
I love Papa John's.
Oh, okay.
I love Papa John's.
So I was about to say.
Yeah.
Do you own one?
Do I own one?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Oh, yeah,
I was working on that franchise.
Low key, I saw that picture with you and Shaq. I'm like, oh yeah.
Here goes.
we
I was like, I know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely working on that. But I was working at UPS before that, and then before that, it was a moving company that I was working.
So you doing real jobs, and that why you doing real jobs? Is it to take care of family? Of course, you got to take care of you.
Yeah, the only reason I got a job was because I found out that, you know, my girl at the time was pregnant. So I was like, oh, okay, it's time to do this for real. I stopped music completely.
I was about to ask, was it hard to hold on to both?
I stopped. I didn't even care. I was just like, this shit ain't gonna pay no bills. It ain't paying bills. I'm about to just go get a job.
Man, how long do you do? What called you back?
Being broke.
Yeah.
I was just like, man, this is crazy. I remember I called my boy up and I was like, man, you got $20 I could borrow? And I was like on the floor, just like down bad. And he was like, man, I ain't got it. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. You need to get in that. I've been telling you, you gotta get back to the music, bro. All it takes is one song. And I get in the studio. I know I told this story 1,000 times, but I'll never stop telling it. I get in the studio, literally the first song I recorded was my biggest song ever.
Damn. Hey, man, how does, and you can't even question how does that work. Sometimes you just got to let go, let God, bro.
I just be thinking it's him. Like,
yeah.
I don't even, I be thinking I'm giving myself too much credit whenever I be like, oh yeah, I did that. Nah, bro. Like, I don't know. I really do thank God is the reason why. Like, he needed me to do whatever I did at that time.
Hey, man, the dude that didn't have a 20 and told you needed to get back to the music, you guys still cool with each other?
Yeah,
I would definitely not tell that story anymore. I'd be like, man.
I'd
be like, man, I just got up one day big and I was like, man, I got to go get it.
Yeah, no, I always tell that story. He the homie and we work together.
Oh, really? Yeah. Does he do music as well?
Yeah, he's into music, but he doesn't record music anymore. We did a song together back in the day, but like he just...
It's crazy when you think like, man, what's that? I always tell people, I say, man, at some point you be on this like this straight path. And when you look behind you, it's like, man, nothing's happened already. Nothing's happened. Then you look ahead and you're like, man, what's going to happen? Then you get this turn. And then when you make that turn, when you make that bend, that's kind of like what you did where it's like, all right, I made this turn, then boom, I'm in the studio. Got a hit record, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that long path, that's a mother, man.
It's crazy.
When you don't know what's coming,
yeah.
And when you got real responsibilities. Like as a man, I can get up and pretty much take care of myself.
Right.
But when you have responsibilities of either a queen or a child or anything of that nature, it's a whole different kind of hustle.
It is, man.
Yeah.
And they expect a lot from you too.
And when you and sometimes you gotta tell them, and maybe everybody's dream isn't your dream, but your reality is like, man, I gotta pay the bills.
Yep.
I gotta be dad.
Yeah, man. We all on God's time too, man. I always try to tell people that. There be some people that I know that are close to me that are just like, man, I'm 27 and I still don't have anything. I haven't done anything. I'm just like, man, you're not on your time. All you can do is just use what you have, do what you can. And, you know, just like, God, no, bro.
Everybody got an idea.
Call me more.
Yeah, you know everybody got an idea. Now, I got this thing, man. Can you get me next to Diddy? Because I know y'all got one going. You know what I'm saying? If you can get me next to Diddy, man, I got something for him. How was that? How's your relationship with Diddy?
Good, man. He's such a great guy. And he's, you know, always showing me just the utmost respect and love. You know what I mean? And, you know, he believed in something that, you know, I won't say I didn't believe in it, but, you know, it got leaked on the internet, that song. And
The Gotta Move On was a leak?
It was a leak, yeah. My little brother leaked it on accident.
Oh,
he was sending it to the wrong people,
button.
and then somebody else,
Damn.
somebody else uploaded it or however it got to the internet, but it got to the internet. And Diddy heard it, invited me to Malibu, and was like, you know, I saw it on his dry erase board, and I was
When
like,
you walked in?
yeah, I was like, is that my song? I was like, nah, there's no way. And then he started telling me the story. He was like, man, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then he was like, yo, can I? And I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Hey, man, them blah, blah, blahs, he said a lot.
He did. He said a lot.
Yeah. Because, you know, people that know, they know the blah, blah, blah. Like, for real, not the blah, blah, blahs. But, you know, yeah, so he broke it down to you what that song would mean for him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And so your brother, that's like the mistake that turns out good, though, right?
It is. We FaceTimed him, man.
Yeah.
FaceTimed him right then and there. He was like, and Diddy talked to him. It was a dope experience. Just full circle moment. Crazy.
Really, though. Hey, man, were you mad when it first leaked?
Oh, yeah, I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was livid. I hate when that happens. And I don't send my music to nobody. So I was just like, little brother, like,
yeah.
why would you do this to me, bro?
What were you holding on to it for? Was it a song that you was like, man, I'm holding on to this, or this is the next one, or
yeah, it was
just, and it wasn't ready?
It wasn't ready. No, it was like I was drunk when I made it, and it was the first time. It was the first time I drank. I was trying to get over something. Remember, I told you I went through a breakup. I was like, I'm trying to move on.
Oh,
so I got drunk because I had this issue with my confidence, and I was like, man, I don't know what to say. So you know, they say alcohol is like liquid courage.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to be courageous and just say whatever's on my mind. And I drank Henny, and then next thing you know. Yeah.
So Gotta Move On was personal for you.
Yeah, it was. Absolutely.
Hey, man, and you know what's crazy? How Gotta Move On is personal for you. Diddy hears the leak, it's personal for him. Think about how personal that is for like everybody.
That's what I loved about the whole everything. So I was like, yeah, I'm rocking with this.
At one point, did you like tell Diddy like, nah, man, it's, you know, come on, love, this is mine. It's a personal thing.
I don't. Once a song leaks, I just don't care about it no more because it's like
you gotta let
everybody's gonna have demo-itis. I can't update it, change it, or add anything. You know, without people like, oh, go back to the original. You know what I mean? People were saying that even when the Diddy version came out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we want the original. Blah blah blah.
All them gods.
I just got demo-itis. That's all it is.
Right. All those super gods that we got to go ahead and super serve. You know, everybody liked it. Even the people that didn't hear it. I like the original. Like, you didn't hear it? Oh, okay. I just saw the comment.
I had somebody even try to say that me and Diddy stole their song. It was crazy. They was like, yo, you stole my song, blah, blah, blah. It just came out. My song came out 6 months ago. I was just like, bro, the song leaked 4 years ago. It was wild.
Wait, it was 4 years ago?
Yeah, in 2018.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But theirs leaked. You stole it from them 3.5 years later.
Yeah, I guess
you restole your song. All right, go ahead now.
No, I was my husband was singing along to it. We were in the car and it like had just dropped the Diddy version, right? And I was like, I kind of turned to him and I was like, I know he loves R&B, but I was like, damn, you already know all the words. Like, wow. And he goes, what are you talking about? He's like, I've been hearing this song for years. And I was like, oh, and that's how I first realized I had been leaked.
He's probably one of them other ones that he probably told his brother leak it. her husband Matt, he's in the business too, man. So he probably worked something out with your brother.
Hey,
keep your eye on your brother too, man. You know, don't send him nothing else.
Nah.
Yeah, you trust him?
I do trust him.
Okay,
I
cool.
love him.
Okay,
my grandma was the one who she was like, I just wish I would, because I didn't talk to him for a long time after that, probably like 4 months. And my grandma.
So you was
like,
you was mad,
I was mad, man. I was like, how could you do this to me? And at that time, I was still like not confident in my music. You know what I mean? So
yeah, and then you don't want somebody to get that version. Like, man,
exactly.
that's a work in progress.
I needed to re-record the whole thing and like really sing it. You know what I'm saying? Like the vocals are really like raw and